ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, XFL Championship game. Woo, we are finally here. This is the 12th week in the XFL 2023 season. We had 10 regular season games, and this is the second playoff game. Throughout the regular season, we've done picks here on Robert's Sports Show, including the playoff game. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at the regular season. So for the regular season, I was 22-18 straight up picks, 20-20 against the spread, 19-21 on the over/under, which was 61 and 59. The week one playoffs, I was 1-1 on the straight up picks. I was 1-1 against the spread and 2-0 on the over/under. That gives me a year-to-date total of 51.5%. In the XFL North, we had the DC Defenders going 9-1, the Seattle Sea Dragons 7-3, the St. Louis BattleHawks going 7-3. That has brought up a lot of things online and stuff about the fact that we have a 4-6 Arlington Renegades team not only make the playoffs but advance to the championship game, when a 7-3 team didn't even make the playoffs. And then we had the Vegas Vipers 2-8. In the South, we had the Houston Roughnecks 7-3, the Arlington Renegades 4-6, the San Antonio Brahmas 3-7, the Orlando Guardians 1-9. What I would like to see them do next year for the 2024 of the XFL would be to go. You have your divisions. Your division leader obviously makes the playoffs, the division champions, and then you take the next best two teams. Either be two teams from the same division, so in this case would have been Seattle and St. Louis since they're both 7-3, or if there was two teams from the South, Arlington and San Antonio, for example. Whatever the case, that way you have your division champs there, and then your second best teams. Second or third and fourth best teams. But we have the 4-6 Arlington Renegades going up against the 9-1 DC Defenders. Week 9 rematch, where DC won 28-26. Now, on the 2023 season, some of the toughest games that DC has played has been against not so great opponents. So their one loss came by the only win of the Orlando Guardians, who are 1-9. That one win was against the, at the time, 6-0 undefeated DC Defenders. If you look at Arlington's schedule, they've kind of been like every other game. So they won, lost, won, lost, won, lost, won, lost, and then they won last week. DC just has that one blemish on their record, but Seattle Sea Dragons, yes, they're a 7-3 team, but DC only beat them by 1 point. They beat Arlington by 2 points in overtime. They beat San Antonio by 1 point. So they played a lot of close. The last 3 games of the season were 1 point, 2 point games for DC. If you look at these two teams, the Renegades scored 14.6 points a game, giving up 19.4. The Defenders scored 29.8 points a game, giving up 24. In the first round of the playoffs, Arlington beat Houston 26-11, while DC defeated the Seattle Sea Dragons 37-21. On the season, passing, Arlington 194 for 303, 10 interceptions and 5 touchdowns for 1,763 yards. That's 5.8 yards an attempt. While DC was 160 for 254 with only 4 interceptions, 18 passing touchdowns, 2,035 yards. Yards of average attempt 8 yards. Rushing, Arlington 245 for 820, 7 touchdowns at 3.3 yards per carry. DC 322 for 1,408 yards rushing, 15 rushing touchdowns, 4.4 yards per carry. On third downs, Arizona is 44 for 122, 36%, while DC is 51 for 109, 46.7%. On fourth down, Arlington is 33%, 5 for 15, while the DC Defenders are 62.5%, 5 out of 8. In their Week 9 stats against one another, total plays, Arlington 68 to 49 for DC. Total yards, 434 for Arlington, 314 for DC. First downs, Arlington 29, DC 22. Third down, 27.3% for Arlington, 62.5 for DC. 100% on the fourth down. Penalties, that's DC's got to clean up. They had 11 penalties, while Arlington only had 8. The line on this game as of right now is DC by 6. I think this is going to be a really close game. I wouldn't actually be surprised if Arlington pulls it out. It seems like when something's pretty lopsided in the XFL, the underdog wins. But I want to go ahead with DC. I got Arlington covering the 6. I think it's going to be a 2 or 3 point game like it was before with them Week 9. And I'm taking the over on the 46.5. So the 2023 XFL champion pick is the DC Defenders. Stay tuned to Rubber Sports Show for the rest of the USFL, and then the CFL, and then NCAA college football, and then the NFL as well this fall. The XFL season is a wrap. 65 and 61 overall, 51.5% before this game. Straight up picks, 23 and 19, 21 and 21 against the spread, 21 and 21 on the over/under. Yes, I know it's 51%. I'm proud of it to a point. Obviously, I want to do better, but not bad for a league that didn't exist last year or the year before. So, as always, thanks for watching the Rubber Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.